sir. I am Krisha Pasentia, and now we're going to talk about where did the Cry of Rebellion happen. In this topic, we will going to know the different sources from different historians. So, the momentous of events that the Spanish colonies in the late 19th century, including the Philippines. So the Cry of Rebellion happened in the 19th century. Journalists of the time referred to the phrase El Grito de Rebelión or Cry of Rebellion to mark the start of this revolution events, identifying the places where it happened. So, journalists of the time referred to the phrase El Grito de Rebelión or the Cry of the Rebellion to mark the start of this revolutionary events, identifying the places where it happened. So where it happened behind? So it happened in the Philippines in August 1896, northeast of Manila, where they declared rebellion against the Spanish colonial government. So it happened in Manila in August 1896. So the prominent Filipino historian, which is Teodoro Concilio, emphasizes the event when Andres Bonifacio said "Unitin and Senula," and or the taxi said before the Katipueros also did the same. Some writers identified the first military event with the Spaniards of the bombing of Ticpan, for which Emilio Aguinaldo commissioned a hymno di Balintawak inspired a renewed struggle after the passage of Beato Mato V. So the Pact of Beato Mato, signed on December 14, 1897, created a truce between Spanish colonial governor General Fernando Primo de Rivera and the revolutionary leader Emilio Aguinaldo in the end of the Philippine Revolution. To end the Philippine Revolution, it includes the Act of Ito. A monument to the heroes of 1896 was erected in what is now the intersection of the Epifanio de los Santos Avenue or the EDSA. So where did EDSA? It is located in Manila, EDSA. And Andres Bonifacio Drive Military Pension Road, and from then on until 1962, the Cry of Balintawak was celebrated every 26th of August.
So hi sir, my name is Jeremy Colina. I am the one of the reporter in this report entitled Where Did the Cry Rebellion Happen? So let's start. First, a Guardia Civil L.T. Aligario Diaz identified the cry to have happened in Balintawak on 25 August 1896. According to Aligario Diaz, the Cry of Rebellion daw happened in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Second, Teodoro Calao, a Filipino historian, marks the places to be in Campong Balintawak in the week of August 1896. Third, Cayo Valenzuela, known Katipunero and private to many events concerning the Katipunan, stated that the cry happened in Puganlawin on 23 August 1896. According to Cayo Valenzuela, ang Cry of Rebellion daw happened in Puganlawin on August 23, 1896. Fourth, historian Gregorio Zaide identified the cry to have happened in Balintawak, August 26, 1896. So this is Gregorio Zaide. The last one, research by historians Milagros Guerrero, Emmanuel Encarnacion, and Roman Villegas claim that the events took places in Tandang Soras born in Godot, Banlag, Quezon City on August 24, 1896.
So good morning sir, I am Reniel Isidula. I am going to talk about Accounts of the Cry, primary source by Guillermo Sangkay. On August 26, a big meeting was held in Balintawak at the house of Apolonio Samson, then cabeza of the barrio of Caloocan. So, the meeting took place on August 26 at the house of Apolonio Samson in Balintawak, who was head cabeza of the barrio of Caloocan. This location significant as it was central area of revolutionary activities. So, this location daw is the central area of revolutionary activities. So, among those who attend were Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, Adeldo del Rosario, Thomas Remilio, Rico Pantas, Teodoro Plata, Pio Valenzuela, Enrique Pacheco, and Francisco Carrion. The meeting was attended by prominent revolutionaries including Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, Aguedo del Rosario, Tomas Remigio, Rico Pantas, Teodoro Plata, Pio Valenzuela, Enrique Pacheco, and Francisco Carrion. Their presence underscores the importance of the meeting as they were key leaders in the movement. About 9 o'clock in the morning of August 26, the meeting opened with Andres Bonifacio presiding and Emilio Jacinto acting as secretary. The primary purpose of the meeting was to discuss a plan, the next step in revolution against Spanish colonial rule. Andres Bonifacio presided over the meeting, signifying his leadership role, while Emilio Jacinto, who acted secretary, was responsible for recording the proceedings.
Everyone, my name is Justine L. Grandes. I'm going to report the primary source by Guillermo Masapan. So the purpose was to discuss when the uprising was to take place. So Bonifacio, sensing that he would be lost in the discussion, then he left this to ask a call or a session hall and talk to the people who were waiting outside sa ilang meeting for the result of unsay na meeting at mga leaders. So in short, nabakot siya kaya wala siya nakasabot sa discussion. So second, he told the people waiting outside that the leaders were arguing inside, starting the revolution early, and appealed to them in a fiery speech in which he said. So in this passage, it described how leaders were debating whether to start the revolution, but one leader passionately addressed the people, urging them to rise up against Spanish rule. Despite the leader's hesitations, his fiery speech inspired the masses to begin the revolution, marking the start of the Philippines Revolution in 1896. You remember the fate of our countrymen who were shot in Bagong Bayan. Should we return now to the towns, the Spaniards will only shoot us. Our organization has been discovered and we are all marked men. If you don't start the uprising, the Spaniards will get us anyway. What then do you say? So the speaker urged others to start a rebellion against Spanish rule, noting that Filipinos who were involved in resistance activity were already marked for execution. The speaker argues that if they don't rebel, the Spaniards will kill them anyway, making uprising their only options for survival and freedom. He then asked the people to give a pledge that they were to revolt. He told them that the sign of slavery of the Filipinos were the cedula tax charged each citizen, and destroying the cedulas means that they are ready to revolt, and will be a sign that all of them declares their severance from the Spaniards. So during a part, Bonifacio asked people, if you are ready to revolt, you need to clear your cedula or katong reason.
Hi sir, my name is Sansa Lampong. So, the first place of refuge of Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, Procopio Bonifacio, Teodoro Plata, Aguedo del Rosario, and Pio Valenzuela was Balintawak. The first 5 arriving there on August 19 and Pio on August 20, 1896. So the first place where some 500 members of the Katipunan met on August 22, 1896 was the house and yard of Apolonio Samson at Campo. It was at Pugandawin, the house and yard of Juan Ramos, son of Melchora Aquino, where over 1,000 members of the Katipunan met and carried out their bold debate and discussion. So, si Melchora Aquino daw is the mother of Katipunan.
Discussion was on whether or not the revolution against the Spanish government should be started on August 29, 1896. So, from the eyewitness accounts presented, there is needed marked with disagreement among historical witnesses as to the place and time of the appearance of the pride. Using primary and secondary sources, 4 places have been identified, which is Balintawak, Kangkong, Pugadlawin, and Bahay Torong, while the dates vary 23, 24, 25, or 26 August 1896.
Good day, sir. I'm Helen Dave F. Yaksan, and this is the conclusion of our report about where did the pride of rebellion happen. So, Valenzuela's account should be read with caution. He once told a Spanish negotiator that the pride happened in Balintawak on Wednesday, 26 August 1896. Much later, he wrote in his memoirs of the revolution that it happened at Pugadlawin on 23 August 1896, so they do not siya ma-identify over the solution ng Gabon. And according to Guerrero, Encarnacion and Villegas, all these places are in Balintawak, then part of Caloocan, now in Quezon City. As for the dates, Bonifacio and his troops may have been moving from one place to another to avoid being located by the Spanish government, which could explain why there are several accounts of the pride. So, kay basig masakpan sila sa mga Spanish government. Then, so events prior to the pride of Pugadlawin, so these events vitalized the unity of the Filipino people and brought heirs for independence and the pride of rebellion in Pugadlawin. It marked the start of the Philippine Revolution in 1896, which eventually led to the independence of Philippines in 1898. And that's the end of our chapter 3 in case study for where did the pride of rebellion happen. Thank you.